Alrighty, everyone, welcome to today's recap. I hope you all are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah, and I'm a small cap stock trader. Today is a max loss red day. I am sitting in the red, $38, $37.70. Um, so I'm not happy. I actually am very frustrated, and so was I when I was trading. I was very emotional today. I don't know why. Things just didn't seem to be going my way. My computer shut off about 3 times today, so I had to restart the stream, and that is why I am going to be showing you guys my recap on Webull instead of watching the live uh, live stream. Um, but this three stocks I traded. Well, the first stock I traded was AXIL. This stock I missed the initial move because my computer turned off. That's the only reason I missed three these three big green candles. I would have probably traded these realistically. But I missed that because my computer turned off. There's nothing I can do about that. The float on this is 2.08 million shares, so pretty low float, and it was pulling away really nicely at the beginning of the day here, or sorry, at 8 a.m. And so I took my first trade here uh, as a micro pullback, or I meant to take a micro pullback off of VWAP, but I entered in high, and it popped up in profit for a second. I was about $4 unrealized, and then it dropped, and I stopped out for a $16, almost $17 loss. And that was not good because that's really close to my max loss. My max loss is $20. And of course, I'm double that today, which is really frustrating. But I don't stop there. I end up taking another trade for the breakback through VWAP. This one does end up being a winner, and I make $4 there and a little pop, and I sold as it started to struggle, or it actually came back down a little bit, and I sold. And I think that was it for uh, SAGT. Um, yes. Or sorry, AXIL. Those were the only two trades I took on AXIL. Now, this day would have not only it would have been okay, yes, it would have been max loss, KNRX down $16. SAGT I should not have traded, and I knew that. There's a reason I didn't trade this over here. It was the topping tails, and also the fact that it was so thickly traded. Even if it didn't have this, I probably wouldn't trade it unless it was super like. I mean, it kept making the same patterns over and over and over again. But yeah, I had these shooting stars, doji candles, and huge topping tails, and we could just see that this thing did not want to pull away. It would make it move up and then sell off. And so I decided I'm like I'm not gonna trade this. Like I'm not doing that. But then after that loss, of course I jump in with 80 shares on this stock, take a loss, another loss. And so now that brought me back down to like I think it was down 16 bucks. Take another trade, and this one actually ends up being a winner. Um, Not enough to offset that first loser. Actually, I lost $8 on that first trade, sir. I think was that 6 2. No, no. So that wasn't as bad actually. Uh, yeah. Anyways, that brought me to like down $2, I think, and then I took another trade here, bought at 280, sold at 275, bought 278, like right after, sold at 272. So just kind of paper cut after paper cut, and these add up. Obviously, if you're over trading, it's like bought at 280 here. I think I was buying as it popped up here, sold at 273. So 7 cents here, 7 cents there, it just adds up. Lost another 5 cents here on 80 shares, and it just starts to add up. Like, you know, I mean, you take 4 losses in a row or 5 losses in a row that are on average 5 cents per loser. I mean, that's 25 cents on 80 shares. And so now, of course, I'm down $20 on this stock. And it looks like it's pulling away here, but I guarantee you that it's probably just going to sell off. Look, it'll stop here. And it's unfortunate that I decided to trade this. And you can just tell it's very thickly traded. It'll pop up and then it'll just start to consolidate. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew either that it was going to consolidate as it shot up after it shot up, or just drop and become a shooting star topping tail. Um, and I paid the price for not doing that. I was about to try to fast forward, but you can't do that on real time. Oh wow, this is the first time that it's actually like really made a second leg higher. I think it's maybe it'll reject here. I don't know. In any case, I shouldn't have traded it, and this I really shouldn't have this loss at all. There's no reason I should have this. This one was a late entry. Even if I had this one, that would be like, whatever. At least the stock wasn't as bad as SAGT. I really was not going to trade this. This didn't have the rate of change. It didn't move the way I wanted it. It's very thickly traded. It's under $3. And this is the whole reason I stay away from stocks under $3. Obviously, I got emotional and I jump in here with heavy size and I start chipping away at loss after loss after loss after loss, and I'm making the stupidest decisions trading. And I have on my board here micro pullbacks, dips, and 10-second setups only. Only the most obvious stocks that are pulling away. AXIL, you could argue that the first leg up would fit within that criteria. Okay, I could have taken micro pullbacks here, 10-second setups. You know, it was the most obvious stock at the time. I could have taken a dip here, maybe bull flag there. Anyways, I didn't do that. I missed this because of obviously my computer turning off, and I go red on it, and it is what it is. But I shouldn't have traded SAGT. This is an unnecessary $20 loss that I should not have taken. By no means. This is not a stock I should have traded. Very foolish of me. And I took one more trade, and that's where I was like so frustrated, and I was just fuming that I just said, that's it. I have to walk away. And so I ended my stream here. I took a trade, tried to take a micro pullback. I don't even know if I took a micro pullback. Where did I get in? 170. I got in like right there. So I got in above as it started to go green. It didn't. I don't think it even dipped down. If I'm being honest with you guys. Yeah. So I don't remember if it dipped down or not. But once again, a lower price stock, not gonna have the rate of change to see good resolution on this setups I do really well on, which is the micro pullback and the 10-second setups. Um, This is also another revenge trade. I would not have traded this had I been green on the day. It's just as simple as that. And I most certainly would not have traded SAGT if I was green on the day. And I can confidently say that because I wasn't going to trade it before I said I'm not trading this. And then obviously take a loss, near max loss, and then of course I'm just emotional about it. And yeah. And it all started with bad execution here. I meant to get in right after it dipped off of VWAP, but I didn't get in. It didn't really dip down. It just went straight up, and so I jumped in, kind of FOMOing in, and that right there from 37, 60, like that cost me. Where did I get in? No, that was not it. I bought at 957, so I bought in right there. Nine. Okay, and then this opened at 85. No, it was this one I think. Yeah, this one opened at 32. So had I just gotten in there, I would have saved myself about 30 cents, 25 cents actually. So you know what, like bad execution. I paid the price. It is what it is, but I shouldn't have traded SAGT. That's what really frustrated me because I know I wasn't supposed to be trading this, and I kept losing on it, and I was like, I at least want to make it right. Like I need to make some money on it, and that's just not usually not how it goes. If you're not supposed to be trading it and it's thickly traded and it doesn't produce profit for your strategy, then you really should just not touch it. Um, in any case, that's all I have for you guys today. It was a really frustrating day for me. Um, I'm just gonna focus on not trading bad setups next trading session. That's really the most important thing in a cold market. Um, we didn't have a lot of opportunity today. I think AXIL is the only good sort of opportunity we had today for my strategy. But had I not traded these two stupid stocks, I would have only been down $12. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.